Hey everyone, thought I would do a little quick update. Not that any of you are waiting on the edge of your seats for an update on this, but to give you an idea, took the plunge and bought they're claiming it's a new throttle body. It looks like it was built or rebuilt in the 31st week of 2018. For all intents and purposes, it's the same thing. I think the brand name is VDO, but I bought it from O'Reilly Auto Parts, and this is the box and part number. And what really sold me on it was the lifetime warranty. And just to show you that it's not something I'm rehashing the other one, here is the other one. Let me turn it around where you can actually see this thing. And what do you know? It was made in Germany as well too. Shocking. But I'm going to crawl under the car and I'm going to show you the transmission connector. Because I think that is where a lot of the problem with it not going into gear is coming from. So let me crawl under there. All right, there's the 13-pin connector. I love the way in the videos that I've seen, this just real easily just pulls right down, no problem at all. So gonna have to get under there and pry that down. We haven't had any leakage, but what's concerning is when I pulled it out the last time, and that video I'm talking about I'm going to include at the end of this one, because I had a different camera, and quite honestly I was not in a very creative mood that day because a lot of crap had happened. Anyway, long story short, using the old phone here. So let me get this, pull that down, and then I'll come back. All right, so I got that out. And my hat's off to these people that are able to do this one-handed. And it is. God. Oh, it is leaking. Damn. Alright, one other thing. I thought I would stick this in there and see. And if you can see that. I did not want to hear that. Come on, focus. The thing that irritates me is that it doesn't, I guess, well, I don't know, compared to that, this side, maybe it did. Maybe it has been leaking. I just was not wanting to hear that right now. And the thing that is absolutely chilling is that if you guys, and it's not just these 300s, it's Jeep Cherokees, any Dodge, Mopar. Some of these people have talked about the transmission, the leaking, the fluid wicking up through these individual wires up into the wire, the TCM for the transmission. Oh, God, I do not want to hear this. So, and what concerns me is that everybody that I've seen talks about just replacing this plug. It's a big well, I've actually got one, so I'm going to show you here shortly, but what concerns me is, okay, so you replace it, but what's keeping the film? Yeah, see, look, there it is. What's keeping it? What's causing it to leak from the pin connectors in there? And if that's the case, the pan has to come down, the valve body has to come off, and this conductor plate needs to be replaced. Here is the new receptacle where that plug goes into, and there's the provisions for the 13 pins to come through. My question is, if you replace this, put it into the body of the transmission, it tightens into the connector plate by this 7mm screw. Is it these O-rings that are causing it to leak and seep down in through here? Or is it leaking from where these pins come through the back of this? Because it sits in the transmission like that, basically. And then the plug goes in here. In order to do this, you have to at least, you have to be expected to lose some transmission fluid. If not, drop the pan and at least do the filter change while you're at it too. I don't know. Onto something else. This new throttle body, I will say, quote unquote, as of right now, we took it for about a 60-mile test drive out southeast of here. There's some open roads. Running full out, this car's never had a problem. It's staying running at a stoplight, or when you stop, or when you're cruising through a parking lot or trying to get into a parking space is when it always decided to die. And knock on wood, right now, as of today, I did this earlier this morning, looks pretty good. I'm not going to count anything or brag on anything, because this has now presented a lot more problems. Might be time to do some research about a competent transmission shop, because if this was an old 727 or a GM 350 or 400, Christ, I could rebuild those things in my sleep. This stuff today is very intimidating. To do it correctly. I mean, anybody can half-ass anything together for a while, but I want it to be a little bit better than playing Russian roulette every time we pull into an intersection or make a left turn or merge into traffic. Hey, thought I would crawl under here and take a look and see what I could find. There's a lot of people now that are posting and talking about having the exact same issues that we have been experiencing, and everybody is pointing towards this connector on the transmission. Excuse me. And to crawl my big butt under here has been a chore in itself, but I want to show you something. Bear with me in case it gets just a little. You can see supposedly those connectors, why won't it focus? The pin, but I don't know whether that is transmission fluid or whether it's it stinks, that's for sure, whatever the hell it is. Wow. There's supposedly, yep, right there, 7mm bolt. Alright, hopefully, god damn, this thing does not want to focus at all, does it? You know, I can remember the C6, the 727 torque flight, the turbo 350s, the turbo 400s, all of these were machined valve bodies, and then when the 700 R4s came out, everybody was like, oh, improved fuel economy, etc. And to a great extent it probably was, but when something goes wrong, all of the wires and connectors and possible contamination points, etc. I'll be honest with you, I'm not anything fantastic, but that just looks like, this wiring just looks like something that was taken out of a first year auto shop class. But let me clean this up, and I guess we'll see what happens. But I will gab at you in a little bit. Hopefully this does it. I'm hoping just cleaning that will do good, because I don't relish having to take that out of the transmission. I know it's only one bolt, but knowing my luck, it'll be something else.